everybody. This is Angie, as you know. But this guy is Tom Golly. He's going to be at Rock the Lake this year, so I want you guys to know who he is. And we're going to play some music of yours so that they know who you are. Obviously, they've already heard it. They just didn't know you were the guy. So we're going to get to know Tom a little bit more. And then when he comes out to Rock the Lake, you will be there to see him perform. I think you're on at like 3-something.
Check the schedule. Yeah. We are on exactly when it says we are.
I have to set the schedule yet.
Thought it might have been 2 o'clock.
No, that's when the opening...
Right.
Oh, yeah. You are on first. 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock?
2 o'clock. You got to come see him. Okay, so anyway, let's talk about you. So let's get a kind of a... This is Tom. Boom. Go.
I'm Tom. Well, hello. I'm from, currently live in Nashville, Tennessee, originally from Long Island, New York.
See, I'm a New Yorker too, so that's a really good thing. Not the city,
Hey, I'm talking here!
I'm not from the city, though.
Me neither.
Oh, yeah, he's from Long Island. Anyway, he's from Long Island.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell.
Long Island, New York, where to start? It all started 1980 when I was born. But we are just super excited to be coming out to Rock the Lake. It's been an amazing journey since God has called me to do this, and He just keeps opening doors, and it's just been amazing to see what He can do with with someone just willing to show up when He says to show up.
You didn't start though in music, so people need to know you have a varied background.
Oh yeah. I've done every job from being a kid working at a pizza place to a fuel dock to I was a UPS driver for about 7
go Brown.
years. I was I've been in sales. I've sold everything under the sun. Originally I was kind of I started endeavoring in stand-up comedy of all things, where it was really starting to gain some ground and start to do really well, and people were coming to this one coffee house that I would play a Christian coffee house that would have a lot of different events, and people were coming to that, and then I just started feeling the call that I should be doing something completely different, and it was one of those things where I went to a church and a big altar call, and I kind of prayed for God, what do you want me to do? And as I leave, I run into one of the pastors who I kind of confide in him what I was going through, and then he points me to the fact that his wife is a vocal coach, and maybe I should talk to her about that. And I was just like, whoa, maybe that was the sign. So I started that, and just sort of, started getting invited to sing places, and it just sort of grew from there. And then just sort of the same thing. I was just praying, God, what do you want me to do? And people would come into my life going, well, hey, this is what I did. Maybe you ought to check this out. And here we are in Nashville, and now here we are, coming to Rock the Lake, in August. So
yeah, I am currently in Nashville, just to kind of clarify that. And so you've been in Nashville how long now?
We moved here in August of 2015.
Okay.
And we've been here since, and it's been amazing. The traffic gets worse every day, but...
Yes. The traffic is terrible. There's so many freeways that go in every different direction, but that's neither here nor there. Thank God for GPS. Okay, let's talk about your music. What is the heart behind the way that you write and what you want to say to people when you're out there?
Well, I look at I look at songs as sometimes there's stories to tell. I'm very much an anecdotal person, so if someone wants advice, I often will tell a story. Whether it's something I've experienced or just like Jesus told a lot of stories. I told a lot of parables when he'd want to teach, kind of maybe help someone through stuff, and or teach someone something. And so I try to write from a place of just either something that I know I have gone through this. Like our most recent single, "Keep Fighting," very much is just one of those things where I just want the listener to know, hey, you're not alone, and that and if you're struggling with this kind of thing, no matter what, you're still valuable. And ultimately, I just want our music to affect people, whether it whether it makes them unashamedly worship God, or maybe it makes them feel better. I mean, the reality is people are out there, and I don't care who you are or how happy you may seem. We're all hurting over something, and if I can, get a 4-minute window of you listening to a song and it somehow makes it better, then, or if God chooses to use me to do that, then it's amazing, and it's why I do what I do.
Who are some of your biggest influences? We had an interview before the interview, and I've heard a lot of this. So I love the fact that you don't play it like we would think that you would do things. Like, you kind of go outside the box to find influence.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that I think you can't limit yourself to you can't limit yourself. You just we serve an unlimited God, so who are we to put limits on where we get our influences from? I mean, and some of my biggest musical influences in Christian music would be Mercy Me, Casting Crowns, Matt Maher. Those guys are just incredible at what they do.
Yeah.
As far as maybe some non-Christian musicians and artists like Chester Bennington from Linkin Park was always a big influence of mine, just because you see the way they would love on people, and and just how they go up and give it their all, and and to me, anytime someone's a singer, if you can feel the emotions that they are expressing to you, and that's something special, and I think that sometimes is something that's missing in worship. Is that I think that a good worship leader, we're trying to direct people to the heart of God. So if we, we want people to follow us where we're going. So I definitely am able to take away some of those influences in a big way, and also when I'm on stage, I like to think that there's a lot of Brian Regan, comedian. I love some of the way he'll talk and say certain things. I know that has crept into some of the ways I may make a joke in between a song or something, But overall, musically, right now I'd say that those are some of my biggest influences at the moment.
And what about if I was to pull up your whatever you listen to music on, the 3 songs you got in rotation like all the time? They are the ones that are over and over again for you.
Ooh, that's a tough one, because I'm not a 3-song rotation guy. My personal playlist is probably like 200 songs long, but
you don't have one that you go back to all the time and during a certain season?
Yeah, big time. Even if "By Mercy Me" was a song that literally carried me through me and my family through a really tough time. We'd experienced a loss of a loved one, and it was a really tough season that we had gone through. And that song just kept reminding me, that this might be a tough season, but at the end of the day, he's still my one and only hope, and I kind of have to look beyond the season right now. Another song, actually, it's a very little known song, but it's called "Sharp Edges" by Linkin Park. It's actually a little acoustic song, and it's just such an amazing reminder that our failures are actually what help us get where we are now.
Okay.
And it's I think that's an easy reminder. All the bad things that I go through on a daily basis that can happen, and it's like, gotta just dust yourself off, keep moving forward, and that there's a new song out that I am absolutely in love with. It's called "Ain't No Grave." A friend of mine pointed me onto it, and it's the same thing. It's a song that basically says that, even though you're in this season right now, it ain't gonna hold my body down,
Yeah.
And with my mom going through cancer and whatnot, it's just been a good reminder, because when you're caring for a loved one who is facing, their own mortality, potentially, we're still believing for a major miracle, but it's that reminder that even in death we're not held down, So that to me has been a song that I've been tapping my toes to quite a bit lately. So,
all right, let's talk about your music.
Yeah.
Favorite song?
The next one.
Okay. There you go.
Right now I would say I'm really enjoying getting to sing the new single, which is "Keep Fighting."
Okay.
Most people who know me close, I'm always trying to motivate people to keep moving forward. It's going to be okay, and it's enjoyable to have a song like that to share with people and be able to point to. So right now, I'd say that's probably my favorite right now. Yeah.
Okay, I think a lot of people say it's like choosing children, your favorite child.
Yeah.
They're all your babies. You've created them, right? It's like,
yeah.
How do you pick one?
Yeah.
But that's a good answer. He's got a favorite. The one he's singing right now.
Yeah, I think live, I think one of my most favorite songs for us to play is, there's a song on my first EP called Let Your Heart Be Found. And I like that just because it's one of our most rockin' songs, and it just seems to really, it's not too many songs that I have that you get to kind of fist bump a little bit to, and that's one. So I would say live, that's probably right now still always has been one of my favorite to play. But right now, like I said, the season we're in, it's definitely keep fighting.
So how can people get your music?
So there's a couple different ways. Obviously, I'm on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, pretty much all the digital platforms. But they can also go to my website, www.tomgollymusic.com/newmusic. And that'll bring you right to where my new single is, and of course direct you to all the other places.
Okay, so now some unconventional questions.
I'm in trouble.
Favorite color?
Green. Though it's weird because my logo's teal right now, so.
It's kind of a green, sort of?
Yeah, but green is, I would say green's my favorite color.
Okay, favorite time of the year?
Fall. Jacket weather.
Okay. Coke or Pepsi?
Neither.
Neither?
I gave up soda many years ago, and I'm a seltzer water person.
Ooh, seltzer water.
Yeah, I'm one of those
Very
people,
sophisticated.
Yeah, servers don't like me often because if I sit down, I ask for soda water, seltzer, club soda, bubbly water. Everywhere you go in the country, it's got a different name.
Yeah.
And some have no idea what I'm asking for. Like, why would you want that?
Soda water? What's soda water?
Yeah. So,
anything that's clear, that tastes like water, but it's carbonated?
Yeah. But when I was a soda drinker, I would say Pepsi.
Okay. All right, so if you were to have, I know we've talked about food and, eating healthier.
Yeah.
But if you had a go-to food that was like your comfort food, like you're having one of those days, and it didn't have any calories that counted against you. Let's just preface it with that. You could have anything you wanted right now. What would it be?
I am a pizza lover.
Ah, yes.
Without a doubt. I've been focusing on eating much cleaner, and I've actually lost 93 pounds since November. Yay me.
Yeah, good for you.
Become a huge fan of avocados. Avocados are amazing.
I can't get past the texture.
I can understand that. I can. But me being a bit of a kind of a foodie, there's certain ways of kind of working around that.
Okay.
You use it as a mayo replacement.
Yes.
You can use it,
Yes.
I mean, some people don't like it as a chunked up thing. But yeah, avocados are one of my favorite things to eat.
All right.
On the healthy side.
So when you have time to just do whatever it is that is like a hobby or something you love to do, what is it that you love to do?
Well, I've always been a fisherman. I love fishing, even though I haven't really done much fishing here in Nashville. But Long Island boy, I was I was on the bay all the time and fishing, crabbing. If there was water to be by and I could have a fishing rod in my hand, that was me. So.
Oh wow, that one I didn't expect. That's an unexpected. All right, so you guys can find Tom's music online wherever digital music is sold. You can go to his website, tomgollymusic.com.
Yes.
That's right?
Yep.
Woo, got it right. I have a bad memory, so that's good. And you're going to come see him at Rock the Lake. Get there early. You want to get there early specifically because seats are, people are going to be piling in because it's going to be a big one this year, so we're going to sit close. So get there early in the day, put your chairs out, come see Tom at 2 o'clock, give him lots of love, give him lots of encouragement, buy his stuff because he'll be in the merch tent. Oh, yeah. But definitely looking forward to it, and we're going to let you guys hear a little bit of his music so that you can get to know him a little better music-wise. Thanks for the interview.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Okay, remember that name, Tom Golly.